So part two of this video, anyway, both of y'all gave this team a B plus. I can't give it a B plus as presently constructed with no RB2 and Metcalf and Lockett. Like, for me, I'm like a B minus, maybe C plus, currently constructed and currently to this day with what Geno Smith, I guess, as the quarterback in Seattle.
Drew Lock.
Obviously that could change, or Drew Lock, I guess. I mean,
don't forget this team has Chase Edmonds also.
Oh, he's on the bottom there. We did
Yeah,
not. Okay.
yes, he does.
We did not see Chark and Edmonds. So in that case, I would give this team a B. I still wouldn't give it a B plus. In that case, I give it a B. Edmonds, okay, because you still need an RB2, and you still need you need to get rid of Robinson and Lockett and get some kind of value.
I think
that's what
there is potential there.
Round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's potential, but
will this team make those trades?
Who's going to take Lockett right now?
That's a good.
You have to wait till the season starts and wait till he heats up and try and trade him off at that high point. But who's honestly taking Lockett in a pick and giving you anything better than Lockett?
Well, I've been seeing and hearing a lot of things about Lockett being a potential trade, asset. What if he goes to a team like Green Bay or Kansas City or a team with a solid quarterback? Then all of a sudden you bought low on Lockett. I mean, you can't depend on that and hope that happens, but I could see, Lockett more than Metcalf, just because Metcalf's still on his rookie contract and they kind of still control his, his rights and everything like that. But I would buy low on Lockett if the price was, solid enough where I didn't have to give up too much draft capital or, assets. But I like it as a B plus just because he's got Adams, he's got Metcalf. The quarterback is good. James Conner, like you said, he's got Edmonds. I'm with Bagala. He's one move away from getting to the second round, potentially into the championship game, because he's got high volume, high potency guys that can carry you there. And if they're all clicking at the same time, good things can happen.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's why that number 7th overall pick comes in so large, because are you going to keep this pick and draft a rookie, or are you going to trade this pick and really swing for the fences? And because I think this team is close. So if you trade that 7th overall pick and you try and get something back for it, there's a lot of people trying to move up in the draft. You could potentially, put yourself in that championship game with the right move. I think it's a move away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still at the B. I mean, after we saw Chark and Edmonds and, even the pick there, I'm still at a B because they are, like you said, a move away. Once they make that move away, that's going to put them in that, that B plus A territory for me. But you got to somehow try and make that move. And I don't think you can really make that move right now unless you're trying to get just ETN or trying to get Robinson off to, whoever owns ETN. Because Lockett and Metcalf, I think you just got to wait on until the season, gets closer, kind of see what that situation ends up being. Because if you don't got to give away Lockett for nothing, let's say they get a QB or whatever the case is, value goes up a little bit, or you can wait, like I said, wait till during the season till,
I think a lot of interesting things are going to happen at the draft. So, obviously there's a lot still to be determined. I think a lot can happen. Obviously, we're going to be jumping on a ton of these podcasts and, dropping that hot, fresh content for you young people out there. But, I do think Lockett potentially could go to another team. If I was a team like Green Bay, not saying that because I'm a Packers fan, but just because they need a wide receiver, they need a wide receiver, and they need somebody that could stretch the field, that's reliable. I would love to see them get DK, but that's a pipe dream. But if they could get a guy like Lockett, a proven guy, his value goes up. It makes sense for him to go there. Packers have the draft capital to send his way. But I do think, it all depends on what that quarterback situation looks like, or if those receivers go to a different situation.
Or what if they get Willis? What if they draft Malik Willis out in Seattle?
No, Malik Willis, he's good, but I do think he's going to need a year. I don't think he's a quarterback that you just start and you throw him in there to the fire. He's coming from, Liberty. Like, it's not like he's in the SEC and he's playing all world talent, but he does have a big arm. He is athletic, and he's rising up draft boards right now. But even if Seattle does get him, I don't think those guys' ceiling goes any higher. It's a rookie quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
But
honestly, my best bet, I think Seattle's best bet is to try and do anything with those receivers, or if they want to compete, go trade for Baker Mayfield. He's played, he's so, but when he's healthy, he's a competent quarterback that can run an offense and maybe get the ball to those receivers. I mean,
let's put it like this: he's a significant upgrade over what they currently have, and that's really what the bottom line boils down to.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So I think that's their only way to if you feel comfortable having those two receivers, and say they go get Baker Mayfield, go, all right, now there's a potential they can do something. But Drew Lock, all he's good at is rapping Young Jeezy songs on the sidelines. We've seen this. He had Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton. It's not like the Broncos didn't give him weapons. You know what I'm saying? He just couldn't. He couldn't get it done. So that'll be more of that in Seattle. Geno Smith, we know what he is. Don't even get me started. And so for me, that first round pick, come draft day, somebody's going to want to move up, and that'll be his time to try and swipe a solid receiver or running back too from somebody for Lockett, attach with that first round pick, or you see if one of those running backs fall to you, and you draft a running back there, a running back too, because we all know that those first 3 years for a running back is crucial. You know what I'm saying? Because depending on their situation, but there's a lot of ways to go, but he definitely has a shot if he makes a wow move.
Yeah, and then just quickly, because we didn't really touch on it. I mean, Davante Adams. What do you think he's going to do this year?
He'll be wide receiver 1 production for me. I know we talked about this a ton. He's downgrading in quarterback, but he's such an elite talent and such a really good route runner, polished, strong, physical, red zone target, pretty much everything you look for in a wide receiver. He trains with Derek Carr in the offseason. They're good buddies from Fresno State when they played there. So I think his production won't be what it was in Green Bay, because he's not going to get 600 million targets, for the season. But, he's still going to end up with 90 to 100 catches, 1,400 yards, double-digit touchdowns. He'll give you wide receiver 1 production, no doubt about it in my mind.
Devontae and Derek Carr, they've had such a rapport playing all of those years in college with each other. You just don't forget those things. Devontae's not going to miss a beat. He's even going to elevate Derek Carr, I think, into another level. Just having him there, the comfortability. They know each other inside and out. Like Derek Carr's going to know what route he wants to run off of audible before Devontae even looks at him to say something. Like, those things don't go away when you play a game with each other for some. And they were successful in Fresno State. If you look at the numbers, they were a big combo there. And I just think Devontae's not gonna skip a beat, and Derek Carr takes a little bump for me this coming year.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I think Davante Adams takes a hit. I don't think he's top 5 anymore. I think he could still be top 10, top 12, but I don't think he's seeing 169 targets like he did last year. He had 11 touchdowns last year. He had 18 the year before that. 11 is still in the realm of possibility, but let's not forget Derek Carr. I think the most he thrown in a season is 26 touchdowns. I think somebody have to check me on that, but 1,500 yards last year, 123 catches.
No, I don't think he replicates that, but I don't think
he get 100 catches, but 1,400 yards. I don't know, maybe. And the touchdowns, maybe. But that's why I said, I still have him top 10, but I don't have him top 5 anymore now without Aaron Rodgers.
I think there's more big plays to come for him. I think that just having Waller, Renfro,
Don't forget
Jacobs, you know what I'm saying? That just spreads out the field a lot more. Now, he may not get the crazy amount of targets, but I do think he's going to have some room to roam and some room to run, because you're going to have to double him. But at some point in time in the game, when those other guys are eating you up, you're going to have to play him more one-on-one than you would like. And I just think he's going to feast. In Green Bay, he feasted, and he really didn't have anybody else on the other side of him. And this is why,
that was Aaron Rodgers.
This is why the Packers struggled in the playoffs, because once you take Devontae away from them, Aaron Rodgers didn't throw the ball to anybody else. But you can't just take Devontae away from the Raiders on this team, because if you just say, all right, that's it, we're gonna bracket him, roll everything that way, the Raiders gonna kill you in other areas. So I think he still has a big year this coming year, and I like the Raiders, like a lot of people. I like the Raiders do some things, man.
And also, don't forget, Josh McDaniels is their head coach now. So that also is another layer to look at in terms of creativity offensively. Him putting Derek Carr and the rest of those weapons, Waller, Renfro, Jacobs, Kenyon Drake I think he'll be, another solid guy in the pass game. Overall, it looks like they have all the components to be successful, and Devontae seemed like a seamless fit when you look at everything else, and then add in Josh McDaniels as the play caller. So I think Devontae is going to be, it's hard to say top 5 because anything can happen. You got a lot of these young guys coming up. Jefferson, obviously, Chase, Cooper Kupp, Debo. You got a ton of those guys in there, but
injuries
right.
coming.
He was number 2 last year. He was number 2.
If he finishes as the wide receiver 7, I don't think that's a slight on his talent or his ability. It's just, kind of the shake of the land. He is downgrading that quarterback, but I don't think it's that much where his production just falls off and he's not a top 7 wide receiver anymore, fantasy wise.
Fair. All right. Well, those are the 2 teams that we were going over tonight. So if you got a team you want us to go over, just put it in the comments. Let us know, and we'll do it.
Send those bad boys in.
Other than that, we'll see y'all next time.
Adios.
Later.